I'm Brielle Taubenblatt, and I will be presenting on my climate action project called Kids for Climate Action program. So going into this project, I really wanted to focus on the issue of why climate issues and solutions were not being taught in schools, because this was something that I kept coming back to when I was doing PGC. So Kids for Climate Action program was taught by a team of 5 high school students, and we educated 3rd through 5th graders on climate issues, including biodiversity, carbon footprint, sustainability, soil, food waste, and eco-heroes. We used activities such as games, videos, projects, arts and crafts, and discussions to educate the kids in interactive ways on Zoom. The program lasted for a span of 6 weeks, and each week we met for 60 minutes long. We had a total of 15 kids sign up for the program, with an average of 10 kids attending each lesson. And each week we would focus on a different environmental topic. I worked with my amazing mentor and ambassador, Eden and Josie, to implement this program, as well as gaining valuable feedback from my teacher advisor on some of my lesson plans. Prior to starting anything, I created this calendar to organize all of the tasks that I needed to accomplish, such as outreach, parent emails, lesson planning, and slideshows. And this was really helpful in staying organized and staying on task. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to reach out to parents, but I decided to take the chance and email a PTA president of a local elementary school, and he was super nice and helped me get the class description and sign up link into their weekly newsletter. And this was really exciting because it led to 15 kids signing up for the program. And as you can see in this pie chart, we had a good mix of 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. So these are my amazing co-instructors, and I'm really appreciative of the time and effort that they put into this program. And they all worked really hard to engage the kids in the activities and educate them on climate issues. Each week, I would meet with the co-instructor that was helping lead that week, and we would go over the lesson plan, and I'd answer any questions that they had. In this lesson plan, I included learning objectives, icebreakers, program activities, as well as any links, materials, and timing. And I also included action steps at the bottom, which were ways that students could apply what they were learning in the lives. Each week, I also sent out a parent email reminding the parents of our next lesson and letting them know of the activities we would be doing and any materials their child would need. In this email, I included an additional resources page, which included games, videos, articles, and contests that their child could interact with if they wanted to learn more about this topic. So here's an example of what a lesson slideshow looked like. This particular one was for a sustainability lesson, but many of the slideshows had a similar structure with the icebreakers, activities, and action steps. I also included a short 1-minute break to allow the kids to get up and stretch a little bit in between activities. Here are some examples of the students' work. On the top are animal advocacy posters that the students made for the biodiversity lesson, and on the bottom are recycled crafts that the students made. On the left is a pirate ship made out of bubble wrap and a cardboard box, and on the right, the group made costume masks out of recycled paper plates. In addition to the action steps, at the end of each lesson, I would ask the students to write in the chat something that they either learned or liked from the lesson. And so for this lesson, one student wrote that they learned 91% of plastic made is not recycled, and another student wrote that they liked working in breakout rooms with other people. Here are some more examples of students' work. On the left were eco-hero posters that the students could make either digitally or by hand. And so the students were showing how they're eco-heroes in their own community. The student on the left made his legs look like trees to show how nature is a part of all of us, which I thought was a really creative idea. And on the right are 6-word memoirs for our soil lesson. So one student wrote, "Help the plants, stop the carbon." And another student wrote, "Tree a better person, stop emissions," which is a play off of "Be a better person, stop emissions." I also asked the kids to answer this question of how do you feel now about the climate crisis after learning more about it? And as you can see with their answers, a lot of them were sad, angry, and frustrated. And I think this proves why it's so important we educate kids about climate issues early on, so that they can see while there is a lot of negative events occurring in the climate, there's also hope and people are taking action. And educating kids on these issues allows them to grow up thinking about solutions and ways that they can help their own communities. I gave the kids a feedback survey, and a lot of them showed that they enjoyed the posters and projects, as well as Kahoot, which is an online trivia game. They also enjoyed the interactive activities such as Pictionary and the arts and crafts. And a lot of the kids describe this class as fun, which I think is really important because if the kids are having fun and enjoying what they're doing, they're more likely to remember what they're learning. And this feedback is really important for when I run this program again at other schools to know what they enjoyed and what activities could be improved. I also gave my instructors a feedback survey, and you can see one instructor learned how to keep kids engaged in what they're doing, and another instructor wrote that they learned more about carbon footprint. And on the right, the graph is showing that all of the instructors felt well prepared to lead the lessons. One of my instructors wrote this really amazing comment, and she said, "This program was absolutely amazing, and I feel like it's extremely important to teach children at a young age the impact that they have on the environment and what they can do to help. I think you should definitely work on outreach and maybe offer this to kids across the county, considering it's over Zoom. I feel like the information should be taught to a lot of children across the county. Nonetheless, I love the program." And I think this is really important to see how the program not only impacted the kids that we taught, but also had a really positive impact on the instructors who helped lead the program. So thank you for listening, and thank you to Eden and Josie for supporting me throughout this project, as well as thank you to Turning Green for providing me with this opportunity to create this program and give back to my community.